All right. So good morning, everybody in Facebook land. Welcome to High 5 and Hell Yeah. Joining me today is our good friend, Perlita. Welcome, Perlita. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Thanks.
Great. Thank you. We're going to just give about 30 seconds or so for folks to join us because I certainly want there to be a big crowd to be here to celebrate your success that you've had since coming to class back in February. And we will make sure that they have that opportunity. So cool. All right. I see we're getting a few people to join us. Thank you for being here. This is our newest segment. We've done one of these before. So Perlita is our second guest. And the whole idea behind High 5 and Hell Yeah is to identify members of our community who are experiencing some awesome successes in their life after having gone through our classes. And we certainly want to recognize you and give you a big old High 5 and Hell Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get started here. You went through class back in February. You were part of team 1901. Yes?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are what's your title at Pohanka? You just salesperson?
Sales consultant. Yes.
Sales consultant. Yep.
Mhm.
In Fredericksburg, right?
Yes.
Awesome. And so last month, something really awesome happened. Why don't you tell us about your success that you've had since going through class in February?
So, since going through class in February, I have had a certain level of success, and I do attribute that a lot to going to the class because I've had an entire shift in my thinking and belief in what I could achieve. So, the biggest milestone I had so far was last month. I broke a store record, not only a store record, a company-wide record. I sold
Nice.
46 and a half cars, and it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, at the end of the day, I was tired, but it wasn't really a lot of work. I had a lot of help, but I knew I was going to do it because I wrote my outcome down, and I knew there was no way I would not beat the record, even though the record kept moving as the month drew to an end. First, the record was 40, then maybe it's 43, but you know what? The real number is 45, and that's the company record. So if you can knock that out the box, you can do it. And to be honest with you, I knew I could do it, but I really had to dig deep and push myself because it was literally the last day of the month that I beat the record. And I wasn't really anticipating that, but I knew if I stayed focused and if that is the number, there was nothing else I could do but beat that record.
Yeah.
And so I had that great success last month, but the biggest thing that I brought back from the meeting or the training when we went in February was really writing down your outcome. So at the beginning of the year, I did write down an outcome for the year, but I didn't believe that outcome. I didn't believe what I wrote down. Yeah. At our store and at a lot of different Honda dealerships, some people who are on here now will understand what I mean when I say my outcome that I wrote down was to hit gold objective, because everybody on the sales floor at the end of the year, they were silver objective sales consultants. And that's a really big deal. And that's a great accomplishment. But I said, I'm not going to be silver. I'm going to be gold. But I really didn't believe that I could hit gold. I didn't even know what the number was for gold. I just said I'm going to be gold.
Okay.
And that was January. February went to training, was my worst month of the year so far. I sold 16 cars and I felt really bad. I wasn't in the game. After we came back from High 5, I struggled a little bit mentally on what am I doing with myself and where do I want to go? And after that month, I said, even though I wrote down in High 5, I'm going to be the sales consultant of the year, sales consultant of the month after month. And at the end of the year, I'm going to be on top. It took me a minute to drink that in and commit to that fully, for real, to myself. I could say it to you all and just let's write it down. Let's project that out. And it sounds good. But then when I got home and I internalized everything, those outcomes really shift the way you take the day on. What am I going to do to get there? Do I really want to be salesperson of the month every month? Do I really want to be salesperson of the year? Am I really going to hit gold objective? I am. I'm going to do it. I'm going to. And so every day I monitor where I am for gold. I know how many cars I need right now. I know I need 78 cars to be gold by the end of the year, and I'll get there. It's going to be tough, but I'm going to get there. I know how many cars I need every day. Mm-hmm. Who am I going to call? What am I going to do? I write those names down before I leave my house. There are always 3 people I'm hyper focused on, and I write those down as part of my objective. So it's not just, I'm going to sell 3 cars today. It's super specific. Who am I going to sell those 3 cars to? And sometimes I get those people in, sometimes I don't, but there are 3 going to go out. There are 2 going to go out. One, it's very methodical on how I set my day up. And I have to, at the end of the day, if I get there, that's because I stayed focused. If at the end of the day I didn't get there, I wasn't as focused as I should have been. I didn't reach out like I should have. I didn't go the extra step. So I refocus, I reshift. If there are things I need to do when I get home, I do it when I get home. On my day off, if I need to reach out to people, I do that too. So it's just all in mindset was really what shifted in me. I'm not going to give 70%. I'm not going to give, I got to go all the way, all the time, and I'll get there. So I even came up with, there was something we heard in the meeting, one of our Saturday morning meetings, one of those kind of motivational videos we watch a lot. Mm-hmm. And one statement stood out to me last month. I think it was last month. And it said, it's not over until I win. And what was the takeaway from the meeting, Ray wanted to know. And I said, it's not over until I win. It's your mindset. Yeah. It's not over until I win. Sales consultants, I see it every month, and I wish that I could give them some of what I have received, because they're take off and they get to a certain number and then they just fall away. They fade away. And I'm like, no, you can do X, Y, and Z. Just keep grinding, keep going. So it's like, I get so excited. But then too, at the same time, I'm like, but I'm happy for you. You're grinding. You're almost there. And I'm disappointed because I'm going to be the one to take you down. But you were still grinding. So that's the only thing that I wish that everyone could have come away with what I came away with. That it's the way I set my path. And that truly is from High5. Set your outcome. And whatever it is, you're going to get there. You just have to. You do have to believe you're going to get there, but don't really, there are going to be things that pop along the way that will help you get there. And that's okay. And that's good. Don't worry about 45 is the number. I know I don't have 45 people, seriously, but I'll get there. And one other big thing that I took away from High5, we all supported each other so much throughout those activities, that we rooted for each other so much that it felt good to have people behind us when it was so hard to let go, and share that. I know the hard work that a lot of people put into what we do on a day-to-day basis, that I'm always everybody's cheerleader. Yeah. I'm always there. And I always ask for help. And I always let everyone know, this is my outcome. This is where I want to go. Hey, Ray, I think I'm already at silver. Do you think it's realistic for me to get to gold? I want to get to gold. Perlita, we're going to help you get to gold. Just keep grinding. And we need help. We need support. And we need to support and help each other. Yeah. So the 2 biggest takeaways was outcomes are very, very important. They have to be but they have to be really specific outcomes that you set for yourself on a day-to-day basis. And you have to utilize every resource you have. Team is very important. You have to get the support of your team, but you have to support your team as well. So those two are the biggest things. And boy, I just took off. After February was a little shaky for me, but March, April, May, June, it's phenomenal. It's kind of unreal sometimes. The things that I'm able to do at work, it's like, that's crazy. And but it's you all switch the way I think. So I do appreciate it. But that's part of the success, outcomes and teamwork.
Awesome. Thank you. So can you give us an idea how many in order to get to gold, how many cars is that in a year?
So that is 260 new and pre-owned certified Hondas. So I've sold anything, Mazdas, Fords, I sell all of that. But gold is for Honda new and pre-owned certified 260. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I failed to mention one other thing. I'm to be salesperson of the year at Honda at our dealership. You have to sell the most new pre-owned cars, period. And the record, I do believe, is 300. I'm going to crash that too.
Nice. That's a great outcome. I'm proud of you, and I'm certainly here supporting you and cheering you on for that. You bet.
Yeah, thanks.
What challenges have you had to overcome since class? So we gave you some new tools, right? We gave you some new mindset, and circumstances happen all the time. So what kind of challenges have you had to overcome since February?
The biggest challenge I had to overcome is just mentally, you have to stay focused and stay in the game. And one of my managers, she really knows when, she knows when she works with me, I'm tuning out or I'm down, I'm giving up. She sees when I'm giving up. And she always says to me, stay in the game. And I internalize that again and think about what I know what she's saying. That's all she has to say, stay in the game. And whatever it is, I can get negative. And I hear that. And that means that you gotta remain positive through this situation. So my biggest challenge is really me and my mindset. So if I can just stay in the game, I can overcome. So I have to, when I hear that, I tell that to myself sometimes, stay in the game, stay in the game. Don't get defeated. Don't forget the numbers right now. You're going to get there. Just stay in the game.
Yeah.
So it really is me. My biggest challenge is me.
Yeah, it is for all of us, right? The outside circumstances, they're going to happen, whatever they are. We can't control those things, but what we do have 100% control over is ourselves and our attitude.
Right.
And what we taught you is, when you start playing the game this way and you start pushing yourself and going for excellence and besting your best, and it's not a competition with anybody else. What I love what you said a little bit ago, right, is that you're the biggest cheerleader for everybody that's there, and you're going for it, right? You're not measuring yourself against anybody else. You're just measuring yourself against you. And if they want to bring the competition, awesome. They can best their best, and so can you. And you don't have to take anything from them to get to your outcome. You can have what you want, and so can they.
Right.
And so being that cheerleader and remembering that when you play the game at this level, you're going to fall down a lot. You're going to slip back into those old behaviors, those old belief systems, those old mindsets. And it's only as you practice doing them the new way that they then will become your new comfort zone and your new mindset. Right. And so the key there is to just be kind to yourself when you fall down, when you slip back into that negativity, or when you feel, I'm giving up. When you recognize it, be kind to yourself, and by practicing it, it takes shorter and shorter amounts of time to then re-engage and say, no, I'm focused on my outcome. I'm going for it again.
Correct. Yes.
Very, very cool. Well, Pearl, thank you so much for the time. I've got one more little segment I want to do with you for just kind of wrap up on a little bit of a fun note. But before I do that, anything else you'd like to share about the success you've had or your experience, anything else you want people who might be listening to know that might motivate them a little bit to go to their next level?
Just whatever the next level is for everyone who's listening. If you can just focus that, sometimes maybe you need to keep it to yourself, because people will not want to see you succeed, and they will discourage you, even if they sound like they're not. They won't support you. So sometimes we got to keep it in and just show them better than we can tell them. And just do it, stay focused, and you'll get to where you need to get to.
Yeah. Actions speak louder than words.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. All right, here we go, my friend. We're going to do a little rapid fire. I got 10 little fun questions. It's an either or, whatever comes. We're going to learn a little bit about Pearl now. All right, here we go. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Hamburger or tacos?
Hamburger.
All right. TV or movies?
TV.
Superman or Aquaman?
Superman.
Beach?
Which one? Beach or what?
Mountains.
Beach.
Spring or fall?
Fall.
Dogs or cats?
Dog.
Girl. Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas.
Riches or happiness?
Happiness.
Skydiving or bungee jumping?
Ooh, skydiving.
All right. That's it, my friend. Well, thank you again so much. Huge props. High five. Hell yeah. Keep going. Get to that gold. And hey, puppy. And you know I'm on your team. So let me know what I can do to help you get there, Pearl.
I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
All right. Love you, my friend. Take care.
Love you too. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.